guys, it's MzNaturalLife, and thank you so much for joining me today. And today is going to be a video in my brand new series called True Talk Tuesdays. I decided that I wanted to do this a while back, and the reason is this. You know, I talk a lot about hair and a lot about my natural journey and those type of things, but I want to be able to let you guys get to know me a little better, and I want to be able to get to know you guys a little better and share some of my life with you guys. One of the main reasons why I wanted to come on YouTube was to share and to learn, because I've learned so much from people. I've learned so much from their experiences and different things that they're going through, and I feel like I have something to offer too, that maybe something I say can be inspirational to somebody or help them through a certain situation. And so I wanted to do this series, and it's going to be a weekly series, and I'm asking you guys to give me feedback, to talk back to me. That is one of the most amazing things about YouTube, is everybody talks back to you, and so nobody has to feel alone, and nobody has to feel by themselves, because it's sort of like you have this community of people surrounding you that can encourage you, that can share their experiences with you. And so I'm asking you guys, you know, to talk back to me and encourage and share your experiences, and share your experiences with each other. And so I'm just gonna talk about different topics each week, and feel free in the comment section to leave, you know, the topics that you would like for me to talk about, or things that are important to you that, you know, that we can have a discussion about. You know, I want you to leave those as well, and that way it'll be some give and take. So you can ask me some questions and I can answer some questions, and we can just share. So I know you're like, oh Lord. Well, this week for True Talk Tuesday is going to be about letting go. And letting go as a title is like 2 words, but it's so much involved in letting go. It's like so much involved. Letting go of past failures, letting go of hurts and disappointments, letting go of relationships and people. It's not fun to do at all. And right now, personally, I'm going through some letting go experiences of my own. Recently, or over the past few years, I've been very disappointed. Disappointed more so with people than situations and circumstances, because situations and circumstances come up, hard times happen. Everything is not always peachy keen and beautiful with the lights and the glamour and the makeup and the shininess and the glitz and the sparkles. You know, there are hard times. You know, we live in a hard time right now in society, and I've had my shares of ups and downs, but I always had faith in people. I always felt like, you know, that the people that were in my corner were always in my corner. And as an adult, I'm even realizing even more how people weren't in my corner. And then as an adult, I'm even realizing how people who are supposed to be in my corner weren't. And so I'm having to deal with some disappointment right now, and getting over some things, and realizing and coming to grips that it's not my fault. And so, you know, I could just say to you, you know, depending on certain situations and circumstances, it's not your fault. You know, sometimes people are just going to be people. They're going to hurt you. They're going to not do right by you. They're not going to, you know, follow the golden rule or the good book or anything. It's like dog eat dog. But everybody isn't that way. And so with me, not letting go has been an issue of trust. You know, trusting people again, getting close to people again. It's been very hard. It's been very hard for me to do that, because I hadn't let go of a lot of things. And so you always hear the talks and the speeches about forgiveness, and forgiveness is for you and not for the other person, and for you to move on with your life. And I really feel like a lot of times I can forgive. Actually, I can forgive pretty easily. I can forgive you for what you did wrong. I can forgive you for hurting me, but it's hard for me to let it go. I don't know if that makes any sense. It's like, I'm not mad at you, I'm not angry at you, I don't even hate you, but the hurt is still there. And the thing is, the truth of the matter is that you don't have to walk around with the hurt. You don't have to walk around with the sting. You don't have to walk around reliving the hurts and the emotions of things, and you don't have to carry those things with you. You can just let it go. And it sounds like, really, Miss Natural Life, like for real, you just gonna get on the camera and tell me to let it go? Yeah, that's what I'm gonna tell you, because it's so important for you to be able to move on. It's so important for you to be able to be who it is that you're called to be. And if you're holding on to all this baggage, you're not gonna be it. You're gonna be like an extension of it, or you're gonna be a part of it, but you're not gonna be the whole thing. And that's the journey that I'm on right now. I don't want to be a part of who I'm called to be. I want to be who I'm called to be. And I just had to come to grips and be a big girl, put my big girl panties on, and be like, okay, people disappointed me. And the main thing about that is not being in denial. I allowed myself to be in denial for a long time. It's sort of like it was just easier to not think about it or to not worry about it. It's just easier to pretend like it didn't happen, or easier to think about all the good things and not about the bad things, and it's not okay. And so what I had to do was come to grips that these things happened to me. Offenses happened to me. People said ugly things to me. People did ugly things to me, and it happened. And even to the point of not being in denial for myself, because on a lot of, well, I don't want to say a lot, but a couple of issues, you know, I was, you know, Miss Hard, I was Miss what, you know, and nobody's going to treat me this way, and nobody's going to treat me that way, and I'm not going to let it. And there were certain instances and circumstances that I let somebody, I let a man tell me who I was, tell me what I was worth, up and down, back and forward, and I let him break me. Not my husband, okay? And I had been in denial for years that I hadn't forgiven myself. I had forgiven him, I had forgiven everybody in the situation, I had forgiven all this, but I really hadn't forgiven myself. I really hadn't let it go. I really hadn't said, hey girl, you were a girl. You were a kid, you made a mistake. It's not the end of the world. I mean, look at your life now. You got a husband that loves you, you got family that loves you and friends that loves you, and you're still holding on to this instance or to these words or to these characteristics that this person tried to put onto you, and they're not true. And I had to admit it to myself first that I was holding on to it, and then I had to say, okay, let it go. And I know everybody's probably not, you know, into prayer and God and all those things, but I am. I love God, and you know, I'm not here to offend people or anything like that, but I love Jesus, and without Jesus I would be a really, really messed up person. And it took a lot of prayer for me to forgive myself. At first it took a lot of prayer for me to admit that those things happened to me and admit that I allowed them to happen. And then I had to say, okay, you know, whatever the reasons were, it's over. And I'm free from that, and I don't have to walk with it every day, and I don't have to think about it every day, and it doesn't have to be this underlying back thing, this like haunting, this like shadow. It doesn't have to be there. I mean, I know people use the adage of people have skeletons in their closets and all this. I don't want skeletons. I don't want secrets. I don't want darkness and blackness and hurt and pain in my life. I just want to let it go. And it's so freeing. Every step that I've been taking is so freeing to let it go and not be angry and not be hurt. Really, more than angry, not be hurt. And they say, you know, you can forgive somebody, but you ain't gonna never forget, and you put the bone quick with it. And that's true to an extent, but you can forget. I have asked God to help me remove those memories, remove that from my mind. I don't answer to that. I don't answer to what those people said. I don't answer to what those people did. I don't answer to what I did. I answer to who you've called me to be today. And there is so much freedom and so much joy in just letting it go. Just saying, I don't want this anymore. Throwing that in the atmosphere. There you go, devil. There you go, person. There you go, people. Have it, because I don't want it. And I don't need it. And I can't describe the just amazingness of that. And so I'm here to say to you, it's not going to be an easy walk. And anybody that tells you that it's an easy walk, they ain't walked it. Okay, it's not an easy walk, but it's definitely doable. And once you do it and you come out on the other side, it's amazing how refreshing you feel, and creative and passionate and wonderful. It's amazing how much you can love. I thought I loved myself. I thought I loved my husband, and I did, but it was only to a certain degree. I love so much harder now, and I love so much more now, and so much without inhibition now, not just to my husband but to myself. I love myself now, and that that is a big thing, you know. And I can do that now because I let go of a whole lot of crap. And so for True Talk Tuesday, I just wanted to come on and say to you, let it go, and pray about it, work hard on it, but do it. Go through the labor pains, go through the hurting process, and let it go, because when you do, it is an amazing feeling. So that's what I wanted to share with you guys today, and I'm really proud of myself for getting up here and talking, because this is not normally what I do, but I'm determined that I'm gonna do this. And so you guys leave comments in the comment section. Let me know what you're thinking, what you're feeling and stuff, and any advice that you may have. Let me know in the comment section. And I really hope you guys enjoy True Talk Tuesday. I'm going to probably post some questions on Instagram and use the hashtag True Talk Tuesday. And hopefully this will be a wonderful part of my channel that you guys will enjoy. And I will see you guys next week for the next one. Okay? Talk to you later. Bye.